Good evening, Lancer fans. It is playoff time. Welcome to Lawrence High School here in Lawrence, Massachusetts for this matchup in varsity basketball between the Billerica Indians and your Lawrence High School Lancers. It is the preliminary round of the MIAA Division I playoffs here for varsity boys basketball. The winner of tonight's game moves on to the round of 32 to face Bridgewater Raynham. We want to thank you so much for joining us here for this special playoff broadcast here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. We're going to take a short break and we will be right back with the opening tip-off. Welcome back, Lancer fans. It's time for tip-off here at Lawrence High. The preliminary round of the MIAA Division I tournament is underway. The Lancers in the white uniforms with the blue trim against the Billerica Indians, the green uniforms with the white trim. The winner of tonight's matchup moves on to face Bridgewater Raynham. That game will be on Saturday, February the 28th, 2026. 5-second violation against the Lancers as Perez was unable to get the inbounds pass in, and Billerica will have its first possession here. No score early in the first. Pastore trying to cross up on offense here. That was Jadis Ferrer guarding, as Billerica is going to try to swing it around here with 16 to shoot. Here's a little baseline drive, and a last-second pass is intercepted by Lawrence. Here comes Lennon Diaz. Foul line jumper is no good, and we have a foul called a loose ball foul coming up against Lawrence. Good hustle there from Prudence Kuhiko, trying to go in and pick up the rebound, but he's guilty of the foul. First foul of the game called against the Lancers. Now Billerica, outside shot here from the near side is no good from Pastore. Here's Perez, kicks it out. Diaz for three. He knocks down the early triple to make it 3-0. With just 1 minute and 5 seconds gone here in the first quarter. St. Martin hands it off to Tsubuga. Out of bounds, last touch by Billerica. The Lancers get a turnover. Good defense over there in the corner right in front of that Lancer bench. Perez brings it up for Lawrence High. The Lancers leading 3-0 on a Lennon Diaz three-pointer from the far side corner. Here's Perez, left-handed dribble, trying to find his way into the paint. He gets in, puts up a tough angle shot, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, fakes the pass, goes back up with it, puts it in, gets two. Great hustle there by Jonathan Perez. The Lancers lead 5-0. Lancers playing straight up man-to-man defense to start things off. Nice little dump-off pass to Martin, but Braden Martin long on the little floater. Rebound loose and last touched by Lawrence. Inbound pass coming in from Braden Martin. Almost tipped by Perez. Torres was there defensively. Kuhiko with the block. Now Perez in transition. Fakes the kick out. Now he does kick it out to Diaz. Perez gets it back. To the far side corner, Aiden Torres. Little bit long on the shot. Kuhiko couldn't get the offensive board. Braden Martin was there. Pastore pops it. Long on the shot. Rebound is loose. Kuhiko fighting for it. He has it. And now Perez brings the ball up for Lawrence High. Nice move to the basket there by Ferrer. And Jadis Ferrer makes it 7-0. The Lancers with the early lead against Billerica. Ferrer guarding here. Tsubuga to St. Pierre. Now Braden Martin takes the three, short on the shot. Offensive rebound goes to Pastore. He was looking for Tsubuga over on the far side, but he overthrew the pass. Good defense once again by Lawrence High. They forced the turnover. It's 7-0, and the Lancers have possession here with 4:53 to go in the first. Nice move by Perez to the left hand to Kohiko. Has it blocked from behind. Kohiko gets it back, puts it up. 2 free throws coming up for Prudence. Got his own rebound. Went up strong with the left hand. Draws the foul. And Prudence Kohiko has 2 free throws coming up. 4:40 left in the first. First of 2 is no good. 4:40 left here in the first quarter. The score now 8-0 after Kohiko makes 1 of 2 from the line. The Lancers bringing some press here. Now Kohiko backing off a little bit against Jackson Vincent. Tsubuga. Now St. Pierre back over to Vincent. Hands it off to Martin. Martin in the corner. Stolen by Lawrence. It's Aiden Torres. Outlet pass to Kohiko. Puts it down. Kicks it out. Lennon Diaz gets it to Perez. Lancers with plenty of time here. 26 to shoot. Perez to his right, finds an angle, puts it up off the glass and in. Jonathan Perez with a strong move to the bucket. Billerica calls timeout with 3:58 left in the first quarter. The Lancers open the game on a 10-0 run. Are you a Lawrence Lancers fan? Then you are in the right place. This is LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. We want to thank you so much for joining us, whether it's on Comcast Channel 6, Verizon Channel 41, or of course on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel to check out previous sports games, theatrical performances, graduations, and so much more. You are watching LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. MIAA Division I tournament preliminary round. The winner moves on to Saturday at Bridgewater Raynham in the round of 32. That's what these two teams are fighting for here. A spot in the coveted round of 32. Nice block at the rim. Good defense out of the timeout by Lawrence. Perez stops on a dime looking for Aiden Torres. Was a little bit high on the pass. Torres says thumbs up though. That was a good look. He just couldn't haul it in with that left hand. And now the Lancers bring press once again. Now they back off a little bit as Vincent brings the ball up for the green team. Pastore trying to drive the baseline, kicks it to the corner. St. Pierre for 3, long on the shot. Ferrer fighting for the board. Kohiko has it, and Braden Martin of Billerica is called for the foul. That is the second team foul called against Billerica. Jonathan Perez trying to infiltrate this Billerica defense. Nice little spin move. Thought about the shot. Too much traffic though. Picks up the dribble. Now passes to Ferrer. Wet from three. What a shot. A high arcing teardrop from Jadis Ferrer. He makes it 13-0, and the Lancers force another turnover out of bounds over on the far sideline. Lawrence takes over, leading by 13 here early. 2:54 to go in the first. Perez switching to the left, now back to the right. 25 to shoot for the Lancers. Torres sets the pick. Little jumper from Perez, off balance, couldn't get it to go. It'll be Billerica basketball as it was last touched by Lawrence underneath. The Lancers will get Ronnie Vizcaino into the game for the first time, number 22 in white. He provides the pressure as Jackson Vincent brings the ball up for the Rick. Now Pastore to Justin Krebs, gets his first touch of the game. Nice pass to Pastore, and Christian Pastore, the sophomore, gets Billerica on the board. It's 13-2, an 11-point game now. Torres fakes the three, now pops it from the baseline, can't get it to go. Defensive rebound is collected by Pastore. Into the corner for Martin, back into the middle for St. Pierre. He gets two in the lane. 13-4 is the score. 9-point game, the Lancers with the advantage here. Perez looking, 27 to shoot for Lawrence High. Perez once again, Torres sets the pick. Perez, nice vision to Vizcaino, puts it up, has it blocked. Nicely blocked there, good defense by Jackson Vincent. St. Pierre in the corner. Krebs, the bounce pass underneath to Vincent, puts up the shot. He gets fouled on the way in. 2 free throws coming up for Billerica. Foul is called on Aiden Torres underneath. Second team foul called against the Lancers. Now both teams with 2 team fouls here in the first. First free throw is good from Jackson Vincent, the sophomore, makes it 13-5. Chichi Arredondo into the game for the first time for Lawrence. Number 21 in white, the sophomore. And he's going to bring the ball up for the home team. Arredondo pulls out. Now looks to drive with his left. Guarded closely here by Brandon Santos. Santos defending Arredondo. Arredondo looking for a lane, has it blocked. Arredondo recovers it. Now a three from Perez off the mark. Offensive rebound, and what a bucket there by Ronnie Vizcaino. He's fired up, and rightfully so. Cleaning up the offensive glass. The putback makes it a 10-point game. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Nice follow there. Ball is loose. Third chance opportunity after a couple of offensive rebounds. St. Pierre driving the baseline, puts it up, gets it to go. Offensive foul. Vizcaino draws the charge. Hustle plays on both ends for Vizcaino. The offensive rebound and putback on one end, and he draws the charge on the other end. What a sequence there for Ronnie Vizcaino, the senior for Lawrence High. Shot clock is now turned off with 20 seconds left in the quarter. 10-point game. The Lancers can hang on to it for the last shot if they so choose. Vizcaino has it. Arredondo swings it to Perez. 8 seconds. Perez driving. Puts up a wild shot. Can't get it to go. Last touched by Billerica. The Lancers will have 4.5 seconds to work with. 4.5 seconds. Arredondo trying to get it into Torres. Turnover. Billerica with 1 second left. Stolen away by Perez. At the buzzer. It's a 10-point game as we end the first quarter. Here from Lawrence, the score, Lancers 15, Billerica 5. Lawrence High with some stifling defense, some timely offense. It's resulted in a 10-point lead after 1 quarter of play here in the preliminary round of the MIAA Division I tournament. Second quarter underway here. Billerica facing a double-digit deficit here as we start the second. Tsubuga with a pass into the corner. Santos almost had it taken away. Now Krebs with the pass. Over here to the near side. The shot is up and long on the shot is Justin Krebs. Here's Perez. Perez in transition to Aiden Torres trying to drive the baseline. Draws the foul and he's going to get to the line. 2 free throws coming up for Aiden Torres with 7:24 to go here in the second quarter. Nice move on the baseline. Torres has been quiet offensively. The Lancers' leading scorer this season. Going to try to add to this 10-point game. First of 2 is good. 16-5 is the score. Second free throw is also good. 17-5 now after 2 free throws from Aiden Torres. He's on the board now. His first points of the first quarter. Of the first half, I should say. Now Perez defending here against Braden Martin. Here's the pass inside to Krebs. Can't get it to go. Loose ball at midcourt. Billerica regains possession. Santos with the pass to the near side corner. Nice pass underneath. What a look to Braden Martin, who finishes with the layup. 17-7, back to a 10-point game. Now Aiden Torres, guarded closely by Krebs. Inside to Vizcaíno. Torres pops it long on the shot. Rebound is grabbed there by Tsubuga. Nice defense there as Ferrer was able to get into the passing lane. Deflects that one out of bounds. 6:36 to go here in the quarter. Jeremiah Lopez into the game for Lawrence High. His first touch of the game. And Perez will bring it up for the Lancers here. 6.5 to go here in the second quarter now. Lopez to Torres. Torres into the corner. Back to Lopez. Pops the 3. Gets the back rim. Rebound to Pastore. Pastore inside to St. Pierre. St. Pierre picks up the dribble, gets it back to Pastore, just able to stay in bounds there with Diaz defending. Diaz almost gets a steal. Nice pass underneath. Oh, what a block! Prudence Kohiko with the rejection underneath. Billerica steals it back, and here come the Indians in transition. Pastore pops a 3, can't get it to go. Kohiko with the rebound. Perez. Torres inside, kicks it out. Lopez short on the 3, letting Diaz the offensive board. Gives it to Perez, and the Lancers can reset with a fresh shot clock. 5:22 left in the second. Out of bounds. Perez lost control and stepped out of bounds. Perez thought he was fouled. No call there. Only 1 foul called so far in this second quarter. It went against Billerica. Tsubuga. Inside pass. Great look to Braden Martin, who finishes with the layup. 17-9. Down to an 8-point game. Diaz for 3. Long on the shot. Gets the back rim. Tsubuga with the rebound. And now Vincent hands off to St. Pierre. St. Pierre looking for a lane to drive. Dribbles off his foot. Perez in transition to Lopez. Oh, what a block! Tsubuga with the rejection. Perez gets the rebound, puts it up, gets the layup to go off the glass. Thought he was fouled, didn't get the call. Pastore in transition. Can't knock down the three. He wanted that one. 19-9 with 4:20 left in the half. Perez into the corner. He gets it back. Perez trying to work on Martin. Now Lopez on the far side. Lennon Diaz working on Pastore. To the right hand, Perez pulls up. Can't get it to go. Outlet pass to Pastore. Pastore to the basket. Gets it to go. Perez defending there. Swiped at it. No foul, but the bucket is good. 19-11 now. Diaz fakes the shot. Lopez thought about it for a second. Now puts it down, loses the handle. Tsubuga has it. Up ahead to Martin. Martin in transition gets it to go, and there's a nice run by Billerica. They cut the lead down to 6 with 3:25 left in the first half. It is 19-13. Lawrence High leading the Rick. Lancer fans, do you want to relive your favorite moments from your favorite school events? Then it's time for you to check out the LPS Flickr account. We have just under 20,000 stunning photos from sporting events, graduations, theater performances, and so much more. We have just under 4 million views on our account, so don't miss out. Help us get up to 4 million. Head on over to flickr.com/people/Lawrence Public Schools or download the Flickr app to start exploring our collection today. Once again, that's flickr.com/people/Lawrence Public Schools. .325 to go here in the second quarter. It was back on Friday, January the 9th, that Lawrence High defeated Billerica 76-64, a 12-point victory for the Lancers. And here in this MVC rematch, in the preliminary round of the Division I tournament, the Lancers are trying to advance to face Bridgewater Raynham on Saturday. Here's Arredondo. Arredondo, the left-handed drive. Tough angle, can't get it to go. Perez with the offensive rebound, goes to the bucket and gets 2 off the window. 21-13 the score. Great hustle play there by Perez to crash the offensive boards. 25 to shoot for Billerica. Tsubuga to St. Pierre. And now into the hands of Vincent. Braden Martin back to Vincent. Oh, what a block! Another one from Prudence Kuhiko. This one came from behind. Kuhiko with his second block of the game. No foul. Out of bounds is the call. Billerica retains possession. It's into Vincent. 10 to shoot for Billerica. Tsubuga looking to drive with the left hand, gets to the rack. Can't get it to go. We have a foul underneath. The loose ball foul is called with 2:22 left in the quarter. The foul is called on Billerica. That is their third team foul of the second quarter. They have one foul to give before the Lancers are in the bonus. Arredondo takes the mid-range J, can't get it to go. Out of bounds underneath, last touched by Kuhiko. And Billerica has it with 2:06 left in the quarter. Pastore bringing it up for the Indians. He's guarded by Perez. Pastore to Justin Krebs. Now St. Pierre trying to get it back to Krebs. Nicely there defended by Lennon Diaz. He did step out of bounds while he had possession. So he gets the steal and steps out of bounds. So Billerica will get the possession back. Krebs to Vincent. Now Pastore takes it. Short on the shot. Krebs couldn't save it. Ball goes out of bounds over the baseline. Lancer basketball with a $1:41 to go here in the first half. Ferrer to Torres. 20 to shoot for the Lancers. 1:25 left in the half. Perez, a little floater off the glass and in. Jonathan Perez heating up offensively in this second quarter. Back to a 10-point game. 1:10 left in the half. Hand off to Pastore. Now Krebs with the bounce pass underneath to Vincent. Kohiko going for another block, but this time he's guilty of the foul. 2 free throws coming up for Jackson Vincent, the sophomore. He'll be at the line shooting 2 after Kohiko's foul. That's the first team foul of the quarter against Lawrence High. First of 2 is off the mark. The lead remains 10. Vincent with 1 free throw coming up now. Vizcaino back into the game for Lawrence High. 1:01 remaining in the second quarter. Lancers by 10. And it stays that way for the moment. Torres in transition into the corner. Ferrer out to Perez. 4-3 long on the shot. Billerica the rebound. Almost stolen back by Perez. Tried to save it. Goes out of bounds. Billerica will have possession here on the near side. 48.1 seconds left in the quarter. 30 on the shot clock for Billerica. Pastore to the left hand. Now back to the right. Pastore guarded by Ferrer. Now Vincent underneath. What a look there to St. Pierre, who makes the open layup. Shot clock is now off. 30 seconds left in the second. Diaz. 23-15. Lancers on top. Ferrer thought about it. Perez with the cut. Nice pass to Ronnie Vizcaino with an easy bucket. Perez makes the extra pass to a wide open Vizcaino. Nice bucket for him. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Pastore. 5 seconds left underneath. Krebs can't get it to go. Vincent the board. Too strong off the glass. 1 second left. Diaz at the buzzer. No good. 25-15, your halftime score, a low-scoring battle here in Lawrence. The winner moves on to the round of 32 here in the MIAA Division I tournament. We want to thank you for joining us here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers Athletics. We're going to take a short halftime break, and we'll be right back with the third quarter. Welcome back, Lancer fans. It is time for the third quarter here from Lawrence High. The Lancers with a 10-point halftime lead, 25-15 at the halftime break. Now we are underway in quarter number 3 here in the prelims of the state tournament here for Division I boys varsity basketball. Billerica gets a steal here early in the third quarter. Can't convert on the other end. The Lancers regain possession. Here's Ferrer. Perez swings it to Diaz. A long 3, and he knocks it down! An early dagger here in the third quarter to give the Lancers a little bit more breathing room here. It's a 13-point lead after the triple from Lennon Diaz. Subuga guarded closely there by Ferrer. Tsubuga blocked at the rim by Kuhiko. Third block of the game for him. .703 left in the third. After the block by Kuhiko, Billerica retains possession. 10 seconds to shoot. Pastore to the left hand. Inside, nice vision, a good pass to Vincent. He can't finish, gets his own rebound. Blocked partially by Aiden Torres. Now Torres in transition to Perez, puts it up. Blocked at the rim partially. Out of bounds though, as Brandon Santos got a partial block. Stepped on the baseline, so it'll be Lancer basketball with 6:42 left here in the third. Stolen. Santos picks up the steal, gets it up ahead to Martin. Martin pops it, can't get it to go though. Offensive rebound, Pastore with the three. He's been cold from behind the arc here tonight. Defensive rebound to the Lancers. Diaz to Perez. Perez to the left hand. Kicks it to Ferrer, takes the three. Little bit long on the shot. Couldn't get it to go. It remains a 13-point game, 6:10 to go here in the third. Tsubuga with a pass into the corner to Santos. Santos is fouled by Ferrer. Ferrer called for the foul. First team foul called against Lawrence High. Torres goes to the bench, and Arredondo comes in. Nicely defended there by Ferrer. He tips the ball out of bounds. The referees are asking the question, was it tipped or not, actually? And the referee rules that it was, in fact, tipped by a Lancer player before going out of bounds. So Billerica will have possession here. They will inbound from the baseline. Braden Martin will do the honors. 28-15 the score. Billerica trying to cut into this 13-point lead. Lennon Diaz, three, the only scoring so far here in the quarter. Nice defense there by Arredondo and Kuhiko, both now in transition. Diaz puts it up, gets it to go in transition. He has all 5 points here in the third quarter. Billerica calls timeout with 5:39 left in the score. The Lancers leading 30-15. Lawrence Lancer fans, if you're watching this broadcast, then you definitely want to check out the LHS Varsity Athletics videos that we have on the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. Right now, you can check out girls and boys varsity basketball action, varsity wrestling and dual meet action, as well as tons of content from the fall, including football, boys and girls soccer, and girls volleyball. Remember, you can check out all those videos as well as other sporting events, concerts, and theatrical performances on the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. We want to thank you for joining us here this evening. Our producer tonight, Mimi Huynh. My name is Jay Oza. Always a pleasure, always a privilege to bring you this coverage of Lawrence Lancers athletics here on LPS Media. It's tournament time here in Lawrence. Not officially March yet. It is February the 25th, 2026, but March Madness is right around the corner. The winner of tonight's game goes into the round of 32. The Lancers trying to advance so they can make the road trip out of Bridgewater Raynham. Good ball movement here from Billerica after they call timeout. The three ball no good. Kuhiko with a nice rebound. It was 25-15 at half. Now with 5 minutes left in the third, just over 5 minutes, it's 30-15. Lawrence High on top after 5 points, all scored by Lennon Diaz. Pass inside is stolen by Billerica. Krebs comes away with it. And now Pastore in transition, high off the glass, can't get it to go. Tsubuga cleans it up on the offensive glass. gets 2. It's 30-17. Here's Perez, guarded by Martin. Now Diaz. Ferrer with a nice slash to the bucket. Kuhiko with the offensive board, gets his own rebound, and this time he draws the foul. Kuhiko really wanted that first putback, couldn't get it to go. But on the second effort, he draws the foul. He'll get himself to the line. With 4:21 left in the third, it is a 13-point game. Kuhiko comes up short on the first. "13-point lead for the Lancers. It'll stay that way as Kuhiko misses 2 of 2. And now Martin. Tsubuga looking for a lane, kicks it to Pastore. Pastore, the baseline J, long on the shot. Ferrer with a nice rebound. Hands off to Perez. Perez fakes the handoff to Diaz. Guarded by Martin here. The Lancers get a cutting Ferrer. Can't make the open layup though, gets his own rebound, kicks it to Diaz, another 3. This one is good too! Lennon Diaz with his second 3-ball of the quarter. 33-17 is the score. 3:30 left here in the third quarter. Lennon Diaz has had 8 points here in the quarter. Ferrer with a nice little tip there, but the pass gets through to St. Pierre. And now it's stolen by Diaz. Diaz pulls up, long on the shot, rebound St. Pierre. St. Pierre gets it over the timeline, into the corner, Pastore, inside to Krebs. Krebs in all kinds of traffic, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound is grabbed there by Arredondo. Arredondo looking up, trying to get to the rim. Can't make it there. Bounce pass to Perez. Stolen by Billerica. It's Braden Martin in transition. Now Tsubuga. Martin with the offensive board. Can't get it to go. It is poked away by Pastore in transition. The Lancers will retain possession here with 2:40 to go in the third. Perez and the Lancers have 30 to shoot. Just over 2.5 to go here in the third. Arredondo with the baseline drive, too hard off the glass. Kuhiko with the offensive board, also too hard off the glass. Now Billerica collects the defensive board, almost stolen there by Arredondo. Into the corner. Now back out to Martin. Martin driving, trying to kick to Pastore. Out of bounds, and it was last touched by Billerica. It'll be Lancer basketball with 2:16 left in the third. Perez for Lawrence High, looking for Ferrer, but it's stolen. Now Tsubuga to the bucket. Can't get the easy 2, and a loose ball foul is called against Ferrer. Referee says the foul was in the act of shooting, as Brandon Santos will get to the line here after the foul called on Jadis Ferrer. First free throw is good from Santos. 2:02 left in the third period. 33-18. Low scoring battle here between Billerica and Lawrence High. Second free throw is good. 33-19. The Lancers have it with 2 minutes left in the third. Diaz has 8 points in the quarter. Vizcaino to Perez, fakes the three, now into the paint. Draws the foul, strong move. Gets a hand up as Jonathan Perez draws the contact on the way in. 2 free throws coming up for him. First free throw, good from Perez. He makes it 34-19. The lead up to 15 now. The halftime score was 25-15, so it's back up to a 15-point lead now. Lancers extending the lead up to 16 here on that second free throw, extending their halftime lead with 1:45 left here in the third. Here's Pastore into the corner. Pastore trying to drive the baseline, lost the handle. Vizcaino with the steal, hands off to Perez. Perez to Arredondo, fakes the three, trying to go behind the back, loses the handle. Nicely defended there by Perez as Adrien St. Pierre trying to turn the corner and drive the lane. St. Pierre will inbound here for Billerica. Pastore to Tsubuga. Santos has it tipped away by Vizcaino. What a defensive play. Left-handed layup all the way to the bucket for an easy 2. Ronnie Vizcaino with some excellent hustle here in the third quarter. 37-19, the Lancers are up by 18. It's their largest lead of the game as Tsubuga cuts right into it. 37-21 now with 47 seconds left in the third. Arredondo into the corner. Nice layup there. Jadis Ferrer makes it 39-21. Back to an 18-point lead. 30 seconds left in the quarter. 3-second shot clock and game clock differential here. 20 to shoot for Billerica. Here's the three from Pastore. He knocks it down. And that's a welcome sight if you're a Billerica fan. Billerica needs Pastore offensively. He makes his first three of the game. It's 39-24, 4 seconds left in the quarter. Perez fading away, he can't get it to go. Vizcaino kicks it out. Ferrer at the buzzer. That will not count. He did not get the shot off in time. After 3 quarters of play, Lancers 39, Indians 24. We are 1 quarter away from deciding a victor here in Lawrence. It's the Lancers and the Indians in the preliminary round of the Division I tournament here for varsity boys basketball. Billerica down 39-24 against the Lancers. Strong move to the basket there by Vincent. He gets fouled on the way in. 2 free throws coming up for Billerica. That's exactly the way they wanted to start the quarter. With a strong move to the rim. And the reward is a couple of free throws from the stripe here for Jackson Vincent. First of 2 is no good. Tough break there for Billerica. 2 much needed free throws, both rim out. 39-24. Lennon Diaz, he made 2 threes in the third quarter, couldn't make that one. 7.5 to go in the game. Nice pass underneath to Santos, but he couldn't handle it. Now up ahead to Ferrer in transition. Gets to the rack. Can't get it to go. Diaz, the offensive rebound. Stolen away. Good job by Brandon Santos. Santos stops. Perez knocks it out of bounds. And Billerica set to inbound here with 7:11 to go in the game. It's Braden Martin. Pastore to St. Pierre. Krebs gets a touch into Pastore. Tough angle shot. He can't get it to go. Last touch there on the baseline by Vincent. It'll be a Lancer basketball here with 6:57 left in the game. Perez guarded closely here by Martin. Perez a little spin, gets into the paint, and he took an extra step with it. Traveling violation against the Lancers. And Billerica will inbound here. Braden Martin into Pastore. Pastore bringing it up against Perez. Perez guarding here. Martin. Diaz guarding. Into the corner, back to Pastore. Gets it into the paint. Nice pass there to Vincent. Out of bounds though, last touched by Billerica as Vincent couldn't handle it. Josiah Carrette into the game for Lawrence High. Perez working on Martin here. Over to the far side, Arredondo looking for a lane. Carrette thought about the three, drives in, kicks out. Diaz back to Carrette, takes the three. Oh, the crowd wanted that one. The bench wanted that one. Everyone here in the building rooting for Carrette. Here's the three on the other end, an air ball put up by Martin. Pastore takes the three, long on the shot. Diaz with the rebound. Now the Lancers in transition with numbers here into the corner. Carrette, Aiden Torres, nice look, and Torres gets two. Timeout called by Billerica. That fired up the crowd there as Aiden Torres, not on his game offensively tonight, but he was there from point blank range. He gets it to go. Makes it 41-24 here in the fourth quarter. Let's take a look around the tournament here. Once again, this is the MIAA Division I Boys Basketball Tournament. Other games happening right now as we speak. Franklin at Lowell, Shrewsbury at Barnstable, Hopkinton at Quincy, Wachusett Regional at Lincoln Sudbury, Boston Latin at Algonquin, Everett at Methuen, and Haverhill at Natick. Those are preliminary round games that are happening right now. Tomorrow in the preliminary round, Hopkinton visits Quincy, and Taunton visits Brookline. The winner of tonight's game, Billerica or Lawrence, will play at Bridgewater Raynham on Saturday, February 28th. Billerica trying to come back here on the road against the Lancers. They've only scored 24, and that's going to help the cause as Jackson Vincent gets to the bucket. Puts it up, puts it in, gets two, draws the foul. He'll be at the line with a chance for three. Free throw, no good. Arredondo with the outlet pass to Diaz. Diaz fakes a pass. Now gets it over to Perez, inside to Vizcaino. One dribble, Arredondo, 4-3, short on the shot. And Pastore throws it off of Carrette. .502 left in the game. Pastore gives it back over to Martin. Martin guarded by Perez. Lancers playing man-to-man defense as they have been all night long. It's worked out well. Only 26 points so far for Billerica. Offensive rebound there for Krebs. Pastore for three. This time he knocks it down. That's his second three of the game. It's down to an 11-point lead. 41-29. Vizcaino all the way to Diaz. 3 ball is no good. Stolen by Arredondo, couldn't quite possess the ball, and Martin comes back the other way. Long pass over to Vincent. Vincent hands it off to Martin. Back to Vincent, he gets 2. Timeout called by Lawrence here with just under 4 minutes to go in the game. It is 41-31. The Lancers trying to stop the bleeding as Billerica goes on a fourth quarter run here. The Lancers on top by 10. Attention, members of the Lawrence High School community. Are you looking for information related to Lawrence High School? The place to go is lawrencehs.org. Stay up to date on LHS news, events, and achievements all in one place. Contact staff members, access important links, and connect with our social media channels. All members of the Lancer community, check out lawrencehs.org. .359 to go in the ball game. The Lancers leading by 10. Trying to ward off Billerica's run here. Billerica staying in its zone defense, a 2-3 zone that they've played most of the night. The Lancers trying to swing it around and get through this zone. Vizcaino underneath. Out to Perez. 12 to shoot for the Lancers. Extra pass out to Lennon Diaz. Couldn't get it to go. Vincent with the rebound. Vincent gets it back. Vincent to Pastore. Arredondo guarding. He's picked off by Vincent. Vizcaino has Pastore on the switch. Pastore turns and shoots, comes up short. Currett with the rebound. Perez to Vizcaino, nice vision. Vizcaino fakes the shot, out to Arredondo. Jonathan Perez, the Lancers have 21 to shoot. Diaz back to Perez, the Lancers swing it around. Arredondo fakes the shot. Now puts the ball down, trapped in the corner, gets it to Curette. Diaz, 4-3, just a bit off to the right. Still a 10-point game, 2:35 to go in regulation. Pastore with a move to the bucket. He couldn't get it to go with the left hand, and we're going to have a foul called here. Foul's going to go against Lawrence High. Loose ball foul is called. Ferrer into the game for the Lancers. Kuhiko back into the game for the Lancers as Martin set to inbound. Martin looking. Kuhiko gets the steal, and he's fouled instantly by Vincent. Arredondo with 2:10 to go here in the game. It's stolen. Krebs with the steal to the bucket. And a two-handed flush. 2 minutes to go, 41-33. Billerica trying to complete a comeback here. They get another steal. Pastore to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Out of bounds. Billerica turns it over. Lancer basketball, 41-33 the score, 1:50 to go in the game. .145 left in the game. Here's Perez. Lancers leading by 8. Perez double team to the corner. Ferrer traveled with it. Lancers turn it over. And now Billerica with a chance to make it a 6-point game or a 5-point game if they can hit a 3. Martin over to the far side. Now Krebs swings it over to St. Pierre. 1:20 left in the game. Lancers by 8. Vincent. Stolen by Perez. What a steal in a clutch moment. Perez can't finish though. Perez thought he was fouled. Now Pastore going the other way. 3-ball from Martin is short. Out of bounds, last touch by Lawrence. If Martin could have hit that 3, that would have changed the complexion of this game. Billerica calls timeout. The Indians are down by 8 with 1 minute, 1 second left in the game. All right, folks, let's reset the situation for you here in the fourth quarter. 1 minute, 1 second to go in the game. The Lancers leading 41-33 over Billerica. Preliminary round, MIAA Division I tournament. The winner moves on to the round of 32. The Lancers have 1 foul to give. Billerica has 3 fouls to give. Under a minute to go. Regulation time. Billerica, again, down by 8. It's Pastore, picks up the dribble. Martin, 20 on the shot clock. Martin to the basket. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound for Billerica. The putback is good from Krebs. It's 41-35. And the Lancers call timeout with 35.7 seconds remaining in the game. Now, here's the situation. There is a shot clock and game clock differential at the moment. That differential is 0.7 of a second. So in theory, the Lancers could get it over the timeline and just hang on to the ball. That would force Billerica to commit a foul. However, Billerica does have 3 fouls to give, and that might work to their disadvantage here because they would have to commit 4 quick fouls to get Lawrence to the free throw line before they could get another possession here. So defensively, Billerica, their first option, they need a steal desperately because once again, the shot clock and game clock differential is only 0.7 of a second. So the Lancers could hold on here, just hold on to possession as long as they're able to cross the timeline here at midcourt. And let's see what Billerica wants to do. They're certainly going to go for a steal, but if they can't get that steal, then they might have to foul, and they might have to do it multiple times. Almost stolen, but the Lancers get it into Torres. And now they get it all the way up to Vizcaino, underneath to Lopez. Lopez puts it up and he draws the foul. Great offense there by Lawrence High. They get the ball in. They work their way up the court. They get Lopez wide open underneath. He puts up the layup, draws the foul. He'll be at the line shooting 2. 6-point game, 41-35. .4 seconds left. Lopez can't make the first. Still a 6-point game. Lopez can make it a 3-possession game if he's able to make this free throw. He can't do it. It's still a 2-possession game. Out of bounds. Last touch by Vizcaino. He fought for the rebound. Couldn't collect it. Billerica still alive here. 26.7 seconds left in the game. Kuhiko comes back into the game for Vizcaino. Pastore up to Martin. 22 seconds left in the game. Almost stolen by Lopez. It is a huge steal. Lennon Diaz with the layup. And that's going to do it, 43-35. As Perez is called for the foul on the ensuing possession. 10 seconds left. That layup was the dagger. In transition, the Lancers get a layup. And now Billerica needs a miracle. It's 43-35 with just over 10 seconds to go in the game. Lancer fans, don't miss out on the action. Score a win by subscribing to the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel, and do it today. Do it now. We currently have over 8,500 subscribers, so help us out on the march to 10,000. The channel has amassed over 2.3 million views since joining YouTube in 2012. We also broadcast on local cable channels, Comcast Channel 6 and Verizon Channel 41. We are the ultimate source for all things Lawrence Lancers athletics. Lawrence High 10 seconds away from advancing in the D1 state tournament. Billerica needs offense, and they need it quickly. It's an 8-point game for the moment. Martin looking to get it in. Vincent puts up a 3 off the mark. St. Pierre with the rebound puts up a 3. Can't get it to go. Kuhiko fighting for the board. Lopez has it. The Lancers are moving on. Billerica going home. The final score here from Lawrence. The Lancers 43, Billerica 35. The Lancers move on to the round of 32 in the D1 state tournament. Folks, we want to thank you for joining us here on LPS Media. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with some post-game coverage. Welcome back, Lancer fans. Thanks for joining us here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. The Lancers advance to the round of 32 here tonight against Billerica. I am joined by Ronnie Vizcaino. I am joined by Jadis Ferrer and the rest of the Lancers. First off, a 43-35 win. Ronnie, what did it take to get the W here tonight at home?
It took consistency at practice every day, blue and white group, every day at each other. And it's just like a hustling thing. So we're just coming with like a killing mindset to every team. So that's what it is.
Jadis, how did it feel getting the start here tonight? What did you contribute both offensively and defensively to the squad?
I mean, it's just like when for me, at practice we just play hard. We do what we have to do, and we play hard. We don't play with no fouls, no nothing. So when I come on, I do what I can do, and I know what role I play, and like what I can do for my team and help us win.
Ronnie, there was a sequence in the first half where on one end you got an offensive board, a hustle play, a putback, and then on the other end you drew a charge. That was the ultimate hustle sequence. Tell us about that moment.
It's just about wanting it more, to be honest. Like, no, on the court, I think nobody wants it more than me, and that's what it is.
All right, last question for you, Jadis. How long do you enjoy this playoff win before you think about your next game? You guys got a road trip and a big game on Saturday. Do you enjoy this one a little bit, or is it just right back to work?
Right back to work, you feel me? We're going back tomorrow. We're getting back in the lab, and, you know, it's not over. We're not done yet.
Folks, you heard it here first. The Lancers are getting back in the lab. A playoff win here at home. They move on to the round of 32. They will play on Saturday. We want to thank you, our viewers, for joining us here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers Athletics.